Hey guys, Bipolar Barbie here. Now I just wanted to share with you some morning wisdom. This is probably the most valuable realization I have ever come across in my life. And that is that time is the most valuable commodity we all have. You will never, ever get your time on this earth back. So your time and energy, you really need to learn how to value, because it is more valuable than any money. Whether it be your job, are you really getting paid or credit for the amount of time and energy that you deserve? And I think this is particularly important in relationships. I look at time and energy like a stock market. I guess every single commodity, every single person in your life, every single activity that you do, absolutely everything that you spend your time doing is like an investment on the stock exchange. Now, we all know that the stock exchange can be very, very futile at times. Now, some things are just a terribly poor investment. Have you ever felt like you have poured all of this time and energy into something or someone and you have gotten absolutely nothing back in return? That has happened to me so many times. And honestly, it is such a draining experience to have to go through. Just as draining as if my whole bank account had been drained by something that I had invested in that never got me any return. And one thing that I've had to learn to do in my life is basically be able to spot these bad investments, to become a master of the time and energy stock market. And I think it's pretty obvious. I think we all know what is a bad investment for our time and energy, the people that are going to be bad investments. I think we know that somewhere deep down, but just like, a poor business owner or an unsuccessful entrepreneur, we somehow have this belief that if we put enough time and energy into something, eventually we will get a return. And that's not true. Some people just suck time and energy from others. Someone like me is a people pleaser and who will do absolutely anything for people that I care about. And I have made the mistake of assuming that people will do the same for me in return. Now, in saying that, not all people are bad investments. I have my really close friends that sometimes I feel like I put 1% of energy into and I get 1,000% return. I think ultimately it comes out to be sort of like an even like partnership, where at times I might put 1,000% into them because they need me to be there for them. But when I need them to be there for me, they are always going to be there. So people like that are a really good investment. They might be long-term investments with not such immediate payoffs. Especially as a borderline in a futile initial borderline relationship, you will find that you might get high returns on a bad investment at first, but eventually that stock price is just going to drop. And it's really important to know when you need to jump ship. And I think the most important bit of advice my father had ever given to me was, imagine if you put half as much time and energy into yourself as you do other people. Just imagine how far you would go. And I am living proof right now that this is true. I am putting all of my time and energy into myself, and what I have learned, that you shouldn't feel guilty for that. If you don't make yourself your own number one priority, well, guess what? You're not going to be anyone's priority. Everyone is really just out there for themselves, and you shouldn't feel guilty for putting yourself first. Your feelings matter. Your opinion matters. You matter as a person. And time and energy put into yourself is never going to be a bad investment. In fact, it's like putting it in a savings account and looking in a way that is guaranteed to have really awesome rewards over time. And I think at first, you might not see those rewards and reap those benefits straight away, but at some point, it is going to go up potentially exponentially. I just think definitely taking the time and putting that energy into yourself, being aware, educating yourself on the time and energy stock exchange. If all of your hobbies, all of your time, if your job is an investment, and you don't feel like it's going anywhere, then jump ship. There's no harm in that. I think I was reluctant to let go of people I really should have let go of because I had already invested so much in them. But guess what? After a long period of time, I just invested more and more, even when I knew it was a complete waste of my time. And that was honestly, I guess, the worst thing that I ever did. Please, know your value as a person. Know your value as far as your time and energy is concerned. Please don't undervalue yourself. Know what your stocks are worth. And don't be afraid to walk away from people that honestly can't see your value. People that are bad investments. So thanks guys. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you find this advice helpful. And I'll see you next video. Make sure to click the links to my other morning rant videos. Have a nice day, everyone.